Okay, I'm going to demonstrate a distance ranging sensor here. It's the VL6180X. It's available from Adafruit, and I have this set up so that, well, in the first place, you can see the range of this sensor is advertised to be 5 millimeters to 100 millimeters. They say that it'll go higher under the right conditions, but under the conditions we're using here, it'll go to maybe between 150 and 180. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my little tongue depressor here, and I'm going to start at about 180, and along about 165 or 170 you'll see the green light over here go on. Okay, there it is. That's about 170, and the yellow light should come on at about 100 millimeters, and there it is at 100, and then at about 50 millimeters the red light should come on. Okay, and there it is. Okay, now it does make a little bit of difference with the color, because here I have kind of a light gray. I'm going to flip this over to black, and you can see it's at the longer distances it's a little bit less sensitive. It's coming in at about 160 when it's black, and at the shorter distances it doesn't make much difference. There I am at just a little under 100, and the red still comes on at about 50, hardly any difference there. Okay, this is attached to an Arduino microcontroller card, and I'll hold that up a minute here. You can see, let me get this off. You can see here where the LEDs are connected here. There's the ground for the LEDs. There's the two wires for the I2C connection to the sensor, the clock and the data, and over here is power to the sensor. Now there are two other wires floating around here, not connected to anything. This one with the connector on it puts the sensor in sleep mode. I'm not using that. And this one with nothing connected on it is for some kind of continuous mode collection that the sensor has that the Adafruit library doesn't even make any use of, so I didn't even bother putting anything on there. I'm sampling at about 200, or I'm sorry, a measurement every 200 milliseconds, so in other words 5 measurements per second. I could change that, and I've got the lights set up so that they come on at well, 170 maximum, but sometimes it doesn't actually happen until something a little bit less than that. Like right there, that's like 160, 155, somewhere in there. But at the 100 and the 50 millimeters are pretty reliable, regardless of the color you use. The one thing that the sensor does have quite a narrow beam, so you have to have it aimed at your target. You know, no real cheating on that. The one thing I don't like about it is the I2C address is fixed. It can't be changed. And on most sensors, you do have the capability to change it. Now, the problem with not being able to change it is you can't have more than one of these sensors connected to the microcontroller at the same time, because you'd have the same address of two different devices on the same I2C bus, and that's not allowed. But hopefully they'll correct that someday, but not a problem for most people, I guess. Okay, here on this little paper I have there's another sensor, by the way, It looks just like this one. It's for longer distances from 30 to 1,000 millimeters. In other words, up to a meter. And they say, too, that'll go farther under the right conditions, too. I don't have one of those to show you right now. Here's I'll just tip this up a little bit so you can see the sensor. It's this little black thing. This little black thing right in the middle here. And that's basically all there is to it. These connectors on here are special type of connectors that I forgot to buy, and I didn't have any, so I just used the regular bus connection for it.